Okay, good morning, everyone. I hope I'm audible. A confirmation will be helpful from all of you. Okay, thank you, thank you. So it can be heard. That's great. Let's get started with the session then. And okay, the session is on. Thank you, thank you. So it can be heard. That's great. Let's get started with the session then. And just give me a minute. Okay. The session is on. Thank you, thank you. So it can be heard. Okay, okay, we'll get started now. My mistake. I had it open on the YouTube also, so I have made it on mute. Okay, so चलो चालू करते हैं. GT की बात करेंगे अगले 1 सवा 1.5 घंटे के लिए. And let us see how you are supposed to handle GT. GT में थोड़ी सी इंटरेस्टिंग चीजें हैं. If you look at the sample paper, it has 30 questions of GK also. And the balance 45 odd questions are from numerical and verbal reasoning. Okay, तो चलो चालू करते हैं. I'll first check a small PPT as to how you are supposed to attempt the paper. Okay? तो पहला काम है समझ लेते हैं पेपर में क्या करना है, कैसे अटेम्प्ट करना है, ताकि कल आप जब पेपर देने जाओगे तो आपको क्लैरिटी होगी क्या चीज करनी है, क्या चीज नहीं करनी है. Second thing we will look at is we look at the same sample paper and apply those principles in this actual paper. Okay? So we'll apply those principles. जो किया है, जो बोला है, वो कैसे apply करना है. That is the basic thing which we'll look at resolving. Okay? So let me share my screen and then we will yeah, share screen. That's fine. चलो पहला PPT उठा लेते हैं. And yes, this one. Okay. I hope सबको PPT दिख रहा है and you're able to see everything clearly. And let me just test my pen also. What's wrong with my pen? Just give me 1 minute again. अभी तो चल रहा था. Okay. Just give me 1 minute, please. मेरे साथ आ गई है. So you are getting actually a live thing as to how things can go wrong in technology. But ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, चालू करते हैं and we'll manage as we go along. Okay. In the meanwhile, I'll have the tablet changed so that we can at least have clarity as to. Okay, चलो ठीक है. While this gets resolved, let me quickly run you through the PPT. पहली चीज, now this is something which I want you to read very carefully. This is something जो भूलना नहीं है, इसको याद रखना है. ये चीजें, कुछ चीजें मैं हाईलाइट कर रहा हूँ जो काम की हैं. I'm sure some of you is already aware of it. Okay, but the critical aspects are this. ये वाले, ये जो दो है ना, ये बहुत काम के हैं, इनका ख्याल रखना. ओके, हाँ ले जाओ. ओके, चलो, ऑडियो का इशू चल रहा था तो अब फाइनली चालू करते हैं. पहली चीज जो है इस पेपर के लिए क्रिटिकल है, आई एम श्योर समझियस नहीं, बट टू मी दीज आर द वन व्हिच आर इंपॉर्टेंट, व्हिच यू नीड टू बी लुकिंग एट. एंड ये okay, now what does this number 5 mean? Your answer will be, it has been marked for review but it will be considered for evaluation. ये वाले का मतलब आपने मार्क फॉर रिव्यू किया लेकिन आंसर को कंसिडर नहीं किया जाएगा अगर आपने आंसर किया, क्योंकि आपने शायद सेव एंड नेक्स्ट नहीं किया होगा. दिस इज क्रिटिकल एंड अगर ये नहीं करेंगे तो आपको दिक्कत आएगी. ओके, नाउ दिस इज द अदर थिंग. All questions will appear in your default language. If you have chosen your language to be Hindi, English, Tamil, Gujarati, जो भी चूज किया है उसी में आएगी. But language can be changed for particular question later on also. आपके पास बाद में भी चांस है सेव करने का, लैंग्वेज चेंज करने का. This is thing. Okay, so select an answer, click on button. Okay, change answer, click on the button for the option. But answer, to save your answer you must click on save and next button. ये critical है, ये हर साल हम लोग देखते हैं. Don't make a mistake, don't mark this, and hence they have a problem as far as this paper is concerned. Okay, not this, in general all papers. Okay, let's take this example. Okay, let's take this particular question. Okay, okay, for example, this is the question. Now you have, suppose, okay, I since I know the answer, I'll mark the answer Alif Khan. Okay, now what will I do? You have to click here and you have to do a save and next. If you don't do save and next तो save नहीं होगा. दूसरा ऑप्शन क्या है, आपको अगर सेव करना है तो मार्क फॉर रिव्यू, सेव एंड मार्क फॉर रिव्यू दोनों होंगे. सेव एंड मार्क फॉर रिव्यू पे क्या आएगा, ये वाला आएगा. सेव एंड नेक्स्ट पे कौन सा सिंबल दिखेगा आपको, ये वाला दिखेगा. दैट इज व्हाट यू नीड टू रिमेंबर. अगर आपने खाली मार्क फॉर रिव्यू किया एंड ये होगा, व्हिच मींस इट विल नॉट बी काउंटेड फॉर इवैल्यूएशन. आपका आंसर को सेव नहीं हुआ है. So after every question, if you want it to be counted for evaluation, you have to do save and next or save and mark for review. One of the two has to be done. Okay? इसी तरीके से अगर हम अगला क्वेश्चन देखते हैं. So assuming the first question I did mark for review, first question, let me just erase this part. Okay, supposing I marked this answer and I did this, you will see this symbol. Okay? It will be considered for review. Okay? Next question, which company, okay, whatever it is, let's say हमें आंसर नहीं मालूम है तो और हम बाद में आके देखना चाहते हैं इसको, तो mark for review and next. Now this question, question 1 will be considered for evaluation. Question 2 का आंसर सेव नहीं हुआ है क्योंकि आपने आंसर मार्क करके सेव नहीं किया है, so it will not be considered for evaluation. This is critical. Please remember, if you want the question to be considered for evaluation, आपको या तो save and next करना है या save and mark for review करना है. ये mark for review बटन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, इसकी बात अभी मैं थोड़ी देर में करूंगा, क्योंकि हम किस तरीके से हम अपना पेपर करेंगे वो इस पे काफी हद तक डिपेंड करता है. ठीक है, तो पेपर पैटर्न सबको मालूम है. मैंने उसको ब्रेकअप दे दिया है. दिस टोटल ऑफ 75 क्वेश्चंस, total of 75 questions to be done in 60 minutes. 5 marks for every correct answer, -1 for wrong. Now इसमें 30 सवाल जीके के हैं and 45 questions of reasoning, numerical as well as logical and analytical reasoning. Okay, so दोनों के हैं. And इसमें अगर मेरे को 60 questions करने हैं, that means I have to leave 15 questions. Now पहली चीज हमको ये समझना होगा, शायद ही कोई होगा जो 30 के 30 सवाल ये सही कर सकता है. Hardly anyone will be able to solve all 30 GK questions correctly. My guess is most of the people will be able to do about 15 questions and quite possible आपको यहाँ से 15 छोड़ने होंगे. You will have to leave 15 questions here. अगर आप 15 सवाल यहीं पे छूट जाएंगे तो यहाँ पे you can not afford to leave any question. यहाँ पे if you are able to leave 10 questions, obviously you can afford to leave 5 questions here. So critical ये चीज है समझना कि आपको जीके के बाद, क्योंकि जो सैंपल पेपर दिया है उसके अंदर पहले जीके के क्वेश्चन है, बाद में बाकी हैं. After GK you should take a break, see how many questions you have attempted. दूसरी चीज, there's a negative marking of -1. Please don't take chances unnecessarily. जीके के क्वेश्चन का बहुत सवाल सिंपल है ना, आता है तो आंसर देंगे, नहीं आता है तो यू विल लीव दैट पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन कंप्लीटली. ओके ओके, सो अगर आपके अटेम्प्ट्स आर मोर देन 60, only the first 60 answers marked as saved and answered will be considered. Only the first 60 questions which are saved, only those questions will be considered. अगर आपने 65 किए, 61, 62, 66 और 65th answer will not be considered. Okay, and while this is the pattern which NTA has given, we cannot be 100% sure कि ये breakup exactly यही होगा. This breakup 30, 23, 22 could change. It could be 20 questions of GK, it could be 25 questions of GK, because end of the day this is only a sample paper, and it is not necessary, as we have seen earlier also in different papers, that the sample paper and the actual paper can be a little bit different. ये सवाल जीके के होंगे, न्यूमेरिकल, लॉजिकल, एनालिटिकल रीजनिंग के. we'll have these questions only, but will this be 30, 23, 22? No one can be sure till you start taking the paper, so that's something we'll know only tomorrow. Okay, so general knowledge. So मेरे लिए ये पेपर जो है, when I'm looking at this paper, I'm just breaking the paper into two parts. One is the general knowledge, okay, and the second is the reasoning. And let's see how do we attempt the paper, given that we have to attempt 60 out of 75. So to me it is very critical which 15 to leave. Okay, general knowledge. पहली चीज, 30 question the NTA sample paper. As I said, actual paper can have different number of questions, but GK की खासियत यही है कि इसमें खाली आंसर आपको मालूम है या नहीं मालूम है. Either you know the answer or you don't know the answer. There are only two possibilities. एंड ये वो चीज नहीं है, अनलाइक रीजनिंग एंड क्वांटिटेटिव एबिलिटी एंड अदर सेक्शन, जहां पे आप मेहनत करेंगे, सॉल्व करेंगे, आंसर निकल जाएगा. नहीं, अगर आपको मालूम है आंसर, ठीक है, नहीं मालूम है, ठीक है. बहुत ही रेयर केसेस में होता है कि मेरे को 4 में से 5 में से 2 चॉइस, 1 चॉइस हटा दी एंड बाकी दो में कंफ्यूजन है. दैट इज आल्सो पॉसिबल, बट इट इज यूजुअली आइदर आई नो और आई डोंट नो. ओके, एंड यू नीड टू ट्रीट देम वेरी वेरी डिफरेंटली. अगर मालूम है तो आंसर करो, save and next and move on. Okay, अगर नहीं मालूम है, just don't answer the question, only mark for review. Why? You will at least get to know exactly how many questions you know, and उसके बेस पे आपको second part करना है, because as I said, it is 30 questions of GK and 45 questions of reasoning. Supposing you find you have already done 25 questions here, that means and since you have to do a total of 60 questions, you can do 35 questions here, and you can afford to leave 10 up to 10 questions here. But supposing you find that you have done only 15 questions here. यानी definite yes वाले खाली 15 सवाल हैं. That means you have to look at doing almost all the 45 questions here. You cannot afford to leave any one of them. Okay, so it is important to take a break after GK, understand what the paper is, and then take it forward from there. Okay, and supposing, let me say the situation is in GK you attempted, let's say, 15 questions. Okay, okay, and you're 100% sure. Reasoning में आपने solve करना शुरू किया and you did 35 questions. Total कितने हो गए? 50. Now what do? You still need to do another 10 questions. क्या करोगे? You have to use this mark for review button. जितने question mark for review किए थे, I said ना GK में आंसर नहीं मालूम है तो mark it for review. All the questions which you mark for review, go back to them and see if you can eliminate choice and do something about it. And don't worry about the question which you don't know at all. Okay, so mark for review is to be done for those questions जिसमें आपको कुछ scope है. कुछ जीके के ऐसे क्वेश्चन होंगे जहां पे आपको मालूम है कुछ भी करो आपको आंसर नहीं मालूम होगा, उसको मार्क फॉर रिव्यू भी नहीं करना है. सिमिलर थिंग हैज टू बी डन इन न्यूमेरिकल एबिलिटी. तीन पॉसिबिलिटी यहां पे, अनलाइक जीके जहां पे यस एंड नो है, यहां पे भी आपको थ्री पॉसिबिलिटीज व्हिच इज आता है, नहीं आता है, हो जाएगा, टाइम लगेगा बट नॉट श्योर. ओके, आई नो हाउ टू सॉल्व द क्वेश्चन, आई एम क्लियर, मेरे को मालूम नहीं है, आई डोंट नो हाउ टू सॉल्व द क्वेश्चन. यस, आई कैन डू इट, आई थिंक आई कैन डू इट. It will take a bit of time, but it is possible that I will be able to solve this question. Okay, so this is the maybe thing is also there. So again, how do you attempt the paper? 3 rounds. Round 1, all questions that you can solve. Round after round 1, how many have you attempted? Okay, if you have attempted 60, just review your attempts. If you have been not been able to solve 60, 60 हो गए तो भैया देख लो जो सवाल आंसर किए, एक बार में किसी को देखना है, आंसर चेंज करना है, कुछ करना है, सॉल्यूशन देख लो, सो दैट यू कैन एटलीस्ट गेट देम करेक्टेड इफ यू रिक्वायर्ड. अगर नहीं हुए, यू हैव टू डू राउंड 2 and look for the deficit. Supposing you find you have been able to solve, not been able to solve 60, you have solved 50. That means you need to do 10 more questions. The deficit is 10 questions. Now go to all the questions which are marked for review either in GK or in reasoning and go through those questions and get 10 questions from there. उसके बाद भी कुछ है तो भैया दिक्कत है, क्योंकि अब जो सवाल बचे हैं, there are questions which you don't know how to solve. Okay, so to my mind round 3 is not going to happen because of paucity of time, not for any other reason. आपके पास टाइम ही नहीं होगा कुछ करने का, तो आपके लिए round 1 है and round 2 है. What you need to remember that you have to get the paper done. Round 1, to put it very simply, round 1 is for questions that you know how to solve, you know the answer, you will get it right. Round 2 is for the mark for review questions. Okay. Mark for review, which question you will do mark for review? You will do mark for review those questions that you have a reasonable chance of getting the right answer, whether it is GK or in the other section, whether it is GK or reasoning. Okay, so that's the approach that I would want you to follow as far as this paper is concerned. Okay. So what we'll do now is we'll look at the actual paper which has been put up by NTA on the website. उस पेपर को लेके चलते हैं. Let us try to apply this approach which we have just talked about. Okay. Okay. So let me go to the other PPT. Okay. Now I'm looking at the actual paper which has been shared. इसको हमने PPT में डाल दिया क्योंकि NTA की वेबसाइट को तुम देख चुके हो कितनी बर्बाद है. It's pathetic. The servers they have put in the sample paper. I don't know why they have messed up this whole thing, but the sample paper, the server is a pain to say the least. Okay. Okay, so let's go question by question and see what is to be done. And we will review this after and I'll write down. मैं इसको okay, just a second. मैं इसमें हाँ पेन को तो ले आऊं पहले. Okay, मैं इसमें या तो आंसर मार्क करूंगा, which means it is round 1, or I will say it is marked for review. Okay, या एक काम करते हैं उसको round 2 लिख देते हैं कि अगर round 2 में चाहिए होगा तो उसको आके देखेंगे उन questions को. Okay, that is what I will do. Okay. So let's look at this. And एक चीज मैं करना चाहता हूँ, I want to make sure that you're clear as to how much time you are taking for GK is important. GK 30 questions. One important thing is, if I look at GK 30 questions, how much time do you think you will take for it? To my mind, it is a 7 to 8 minute section. Maybe at best 10 minutes. Anything more than 10 minutes is a crime, and because the remaining 50 plus minutes have to be used for reasoning. Okay? Because GK, as I said, is either you know the answer or you don't know the answer, और वो 15 सेकंड में आपका सवाल जितना पढ़ने में टाइम लगता है उतने में आपको पता चल जाएगा. Okay. So let's get started. I am looking at the time. The time in my watch is 10:36. Let's see how much time we take for GK. Okay. So we are starting at 10:36. Okay. Yeah. 10:37 ही हो गया almost. 10:37 we are starting with GK. This I'm doing so that you are clear as to how much time you can afford to. Question 1. The only Indian sports person who represented India in the Winter Olympics in 2022. This is something which was in the news some time ago. Arif Khan. So आता है तो मार्क करोगे, नहीं आता है तो सब नाम एक ही जैसे हैं, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ना. Okay. Question 2. Which Indian company has become the first Indian consumer goods company to become completely plastic waste neutral? This I know the answer because I've read it in the newspaper. It is Dabur. Okay. Which among the following companies not having a CEO of Indian origin? I know Google has it, Microsoft has it. Mastercard का पहले होता था. It was FMS pass out Windy Banga. After he retired, after he left Mastercard, it is not an Indian. So I will take this as the answer. यहाँ पे मैंने क्या किया है, ये मालूम है नहीं है आंसर, ये मालूम है नहीं आंसर. It is a question mark. It is a question mark. I've taken a small chance, but I'm reasonably sure this is correct because I know after Windy Banga, the new person was not an Indian. So I know I'm most likely going to be correct. Total size of Indian budget मालूम ही नहीं है मुझे. I will leave this question. Should I do it mark for review? No, because मैं mark for review करके भी कुछ नहीं कर सकता. इसमें मेरे पास idea ही नहीं है. So you mark for review those questions which you have a reasonable idea about. If you don't have idea about the question at all, then you should not be wasting your time in it. Okay. So far, what have I done? Question 1 and 2 answered. So I'm writing down here 1 and 2 answered. Question 1, 2, and 3 answered. Question 4 I have left. Question 5. Number of television channels under PM E-Vidya to be increased from what to what? I don't know. No idea at all. Okay. So again, no idea at all. I am going to leave this question. You may you can decide to mark it for review or you can decide to leave it. I will leave it because मुझे मालूम ही नहीं इसका क्या आंसर होगा. So as far as I am concerned, I have left question 4 and question 5. Padma Vibhushan for Education and Literature in the year 2022 has been conferred again. सब नाम एक जैसे, मुझे कुछ नहीं मालूम कौन है, तो मैं छोड़ के आगे चल दूंगा. Which state has been adjudged the best state in water conservation effort in National Water Awards 2020? This I have an idea that it is Uttar Pradesh, so I will mark the answer. Okay. Which among the following words has been picked up by Oxford University Press as the children's word for the year? I have a broad idea. मुझे मालूम है well-being तो नहीं है, वो negative वाला word है, इनमें से कोई है. So मेरे को idea है, but I am not sure, and I am reasonably sure कि well-being या positively negative word है, तो ये तो नहीं है. तो इसको मैं mark 2 ये mark for review के लिए कर दूंगा. Round 2 में आके देखूंगा. अगर मेरे को सवालों में कमी पड़ेगी तो मालूम है 1 और 2 में एक तुक्का मार सकता हूँ. Provided I have done less than 60 questions, तब आके करूंगा. If I already done 60 questions, then this question is pointless for me. So question number 8 okay, is my round 2 question. Okay. What is the current repo rate announced by RBI in May 2022? No idea. Leave it. Move on. Okay. Which book won the Man Booker Prize in 2021? Night Watchman Telephone Promise. No idea. Move on. Which among the following is the cleanest city in India in the past years? Indore. I am very sure about it. Okay. So question number 11 again I have been able to answer. Okay. Who is the winner of Major Dhyanchal Khel Ratna Award 2021? This again I know, Krishna Nagar. Chief Justice of India in May 20 अभी पिछले महीने Justice Ramana. Okay, match the following. ये बहुत अच्छे सवाल लगते हैं क्योंकि इसमें एक या दो भी मालूम हो तो हो जाता है. यहाँ पे सीधे दिखता है Ravi is a tributary of Indus. If you know about Indus water treaty, it covers Ravi. So obviously Ravi has to be a tributary of Indus. So one has to be C. So this is wrong. This is wrong. Answer will be either of these two. Now Ghagra cannot be. Ghagra is in the north. Krishna, Godavari are south rivers. So Ghagra has to be Ganga. So 2 has to be D. 2 has to be D. Correct answer here. Okay. Which among the following pairs is not correct? इलेक्ट्रिक करंट का तो एम्पियर होता है यार, ये तो फिजिक्स में पढ़ा था हमने. So there is the correct answer. So question number 15 also we have marked the answer. 16, international mother language day is observed on, so ये February में आता है. Yes, this is connected to Bangladesh, so you can also go and check out why, but I'm leaving it for you to find out why. Okay. Next, which among the following countries funding India's first bullet train project? बाहर पढ़ते तो पक्का मालूम होगा, ये तो जापान है. Which of the following sports is India never won an Olympic gold medal? Never. Okay. So shooting, yes, we have one. Wrestling, we have one. Athletics, we have one. Oh, sorry, hockey, we have one. Athletics, we have not one. Okay. So question 18, again, I note the answer. Okay. 19, the headquarters of ISRO is situated at Bangalore. 19, also done. So one of the things you will notice is शुरू में कई बार दिखेगा आंसर नहीं आ रहे, फिर एक लाइन से आ जाएंगे आंसर्स. करेंसी ऑफ रशिया, आई एम श्योर एवरीवन नोज, रूबल. 20 done. Parvatmala is the name of the projects. No, this is again, this is a question I'll mark for review, round 2. Why will I mark for review? I'll just explain again. Question number 21, but let me write it down. I'll mark for you because I know it is not this thing. It is not highways also. I think it is ropeway, but I'm not 100% sure. So मैं अभी इसको round 2 के लिए mark for review करके छोड़ दूंगा. NATO तो मालूम हो गया, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Question 22. Okay. Question 23. Which among the following countries is not a member of Quad? Canada is not a member of Quad. So 23 भी हो गया है. How many times Lionel Messi has won? I have no idea. Leave it. 5, 6, 7, 8 बिल्कुल आइडिया नहीं ना तुमको है, तुम mark for review करो, आंसर करो. I will leave this question. Who among the following Indians is a Nobel Prize winner for chemistry? C.V. Raman, no. Subramaniam Chandrasekhar was again nephew of C.V. Raman, and that was also physics. Hargobind Khurana is connected to biology, so ये भी नहीं है. So ये इसका आंसर मुझे मालूम नहीं है, लेकिन मालूम है ये नहीं है, ये नहीं है, ये नहीं है. तो जो बच जाते हैं वो आंसर होंगे. Hence I have marked this as the answer. Okay, 24 भी छोड़ दिया था ना, 24 तो छोड़ दिया था. Which of the following COVID vaccine is not an approved vaccine for kids in India? Covaxin, Covishield nahi hai. Okay, this thing I know it. So the idea is, if you know the answer, please mark it. If you don't, longest railway platform एक time पे खड़गपुर होता था, अब गोरखपुर है. Okay, 27 also. Okay, highest waterfalls in India. Highest waterfall in, it's not Dudhsagar Falls. It is not. ये तो गोवा में ये नहीं है, कर्नाटका में है. And Jog Falls is not there, so it is either Barkana or Kunchikal. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's Kunchikal. So मैं इसको round 2 के लिए छोड़ दिया है. Question 28 को भी. Okay. 29, second president of India, Zakir Hussain. Radhakrishnan was the first one. Dr. Zakir Hussain was the second one. So 29 also done. And 30, which of the following savings scheme has the highest interest rate? ये तो नहीं है, ये नहीं है. इन दोनों में से कोई है तो इसको राउंड 2 में आके फिर से मैं देख सकता हूं. Okay, now when we look at this question, now let's review. First of all, 10:37 to 10:45, we started at 10:37, we are ending it at 10:45, 8 minutes. And if you notice, in 8 minutes I have also explained, so which is why I said 6, 7, 8 minutes is what you need for this section. अगर इससे ज्यादा टाइम लगा रहे हो तो आप टाइम बर्बाद कर रहे हो, you will struggle in the other section. Second thing, which are the questions that I have answered so far? I have answered 1, 2, 3, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17, okay, 17, 18, 19, 20, okay, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 25, 26, 27, 29. Obviously, you can see it on the palette on the screen. जो आपको दिख जाएगा उसमें, तो आप वहां से देख सकते हो. Okay? And what are the questions I have kept for round 2? अगर mark for review questions कौन से मेरे, वो ये वाले हैं. 8, 21, 28 and 30. How many have I answered? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 के तो आंसर दे दिए मैंने. What does it mean? I need to do 43 more. So, and how many are the remaining questions? There are 45 questions more. So I have to do almost everything. 17 की जगह, but अगर supposing in 45 की जगह मेरे कुछ कम होते हैं तो मैं क्या करूंगा? In mark for review questions को आके फिर से देख लूंगा. So and what is good about these 4 questions? That इनमें मेरे को reasonable idea है. For example, इसमें मालूम है ये गलत है, ये गलत है. Now किसान विकास पत्र, सुकन्या समृद्धि, if I have to choose one of the two, I'll choose for सुकन्या समृद्धि for the simple reason I think because Kisan Vikas Patra is also almost similar to public provident fund scheme in terms of interest rates. Okay? But if you know, only then you can do it. So these are 4 questions which I will come back if I need to. Otherwise, I know I have to look at doing almost the entire. Okay. 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 Anshika says Neeraj Chopra won gold athletic, but there's no gold in wrestling. In there's silver instead. Okay. So Anshika, that's okay. All I'm saying is if you have know the answer, mark it. If you don't know, don't mark the answer. I'm not saying these are the correct answers. These are based on my knowledge, my understanding. That is all I'm saying. Okay. So the approach is what you need to worry about. The correct answer you can always look at separately. Okay. Okay. But Anshika, I think javelin will come under track and field. It will not come under athletics. Okay, so which is why I will still go with the athletics because Neeraj Chopra won gold not in athletics, he won in track and field. And within track and field, there's a subcategory called athletics. Athletics is all about running. Okay, the races 100 meters, 200 meters, 400 meters, etc., etc. Okay, so वहाँ पे नहीं हुआ है, which is why I went with athletics. Okay, but that's fine. Okay, so I hope this is clear with respect to this one. कि 7-8 minute में, so what is the learning that we have? The learning that we have, first of all, is GK section can be done in about 7 minutes or so. Okay. Secondly, in this, to do it in 7 minutes, either you know the answer, you don't know the answer. Okay. If you think you can eliminate 2 choices. If you know the answer, mark it. If you don't know the answer, leave it. Otherwise, if you think you can eliminate 2 out of the 4 choices, you should mark it for review. Okay. So that's what you need to do. Now, what we have done, we have answered 17 questions here. We have marked for review 4 questions. And now we will go through the reasoning portion to see reasoning kaise karni hai, and within reasoning again where required we will do the same thing. Reasoning may be either know the question, I don't know the question, or maybe no yes वाले कर दूंगा, no वाले मैं छोड़ता जाऊंगा, maybe वाले को mark for review कर दूंगा. Okay, okay, great. So let's start with this. Okay, Rama's husband and Rama's husband is the only son of Raman's wife. Okay, how is Rama related to Raman? So Rama's husband, so we have Rama, she has a husband who's the son of someone's wife. Whose wife? Raman's wife. So who's Raman? Raman is father-in-law of Rama, or Rama is the daughter-in-law. Okay. So I'll keep noting down the questions also which we have done. Okay. So let me just note it down. Question 31. Okay. Yeah, question 31. Life is decoded at, and next is coded as SWDM. How is fine to be coded? Okay, let's see. Again, इनमें मालूम है ना, you'll typically, if the first time you have this question, it may be useful to just write down A, B, C, D up to this thing, or even otherwise. Okay. So when I look at life is coded this E minus 1D, F minus 1E. So we are starting the reverse. E is becoming D minus 1, F is becoming E minus 1, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Okay. I is 1. Okay. And L, G, I, J, K, L. K is minus. Okay. So if you look at this closely, D, E, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Similarly, you can confirm here. Okay. And next is coded as SWDM. PQR, ST, UV, WX, DE, IJKL, MN. So we do the same thing. E ke matlab F. That means fine. Okay. E should start with one alphabet earlier. D. We reverse. Okay. So this should be the answer. This should be good enough to give you the answer. But even if you want to go further, okay, just a second. Yeah, okay. So we have fine, FINE. D, it becomes the next one. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. E, so it becomes the okay, one before. So E की जगह D आ जाएगा. This is D in these two places. So these two become wrong. Okay. Then we have N. Instead of N, we will have M. Okay. M. DM. Correct answer. Okay. So question 32 also we have answered. Okay. Complete the series by filling the appropriate number in the blank. So 5 plus 2, 7, 7 plus 4, 17, 2, 4. Okay. So 5 plus 6, 11, 11 plus 6, 17, 17 plus 6, 23. This is plus 3. And this is 7 something here. So ये क्या होगा इनके बीच का नंबर होगा ना 7 and 19 का मिड पॉइंट 19 and 7 26 so this should be 13. Okay. Alternately 5 7 11 13 plus 2 13. So question 33 also. Okay. Okay, next one series 7 into 2 plus 1 15 into 2 minus 1 so it is 7 into 2 plus 1 is 15 15 into 2 minus 1 is 29 29 into 2 plus 1 is equal to 58 59 so next one should be 59 into 2 minus 117 नहीं है सवाल में कुछ गलती है या मेरे लॉजिक में गलती है okay so next one what should I do I'll look at these two I'll look at this okay how much is from 237 to 237 into 2 plus 1 is 475 so what should this be if this is 237 what should come before this 119 into 2 118 into हाँ